Let's go to Ruth chapter 2, verse 4.
Now behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reapers, May the Lord be with you. And they said to him, May the Lord bless you. Well, first of all, imagine your employer greeting you in this way, where he says,
Yeah.
May the Lord be with you. So this tells us a lot about Boaz right off the bat. He noticed people. It'd be very easy to not even notice the people working in his fields, but he paid attention and he saw them as his equals before the Lord.
That's a big deal because he
Right.
owns the field. He's the wealthy guy, but you get this sense that he has a care and compassion, and it's genuine for these people who work for him, who work in his fields. And watch this piece as it grows. He noticed, here's the thing, he noticed a stranger in his fields. So let's go to Ruth 2, verses 5 through 7.
Then Boaz said to his servant who was in charge of the reapers, Whose young woman is this? The servant in charge of the reapers replied, She is the young Moabite woman who returned with Naomi from the land of Moab.
And she says, Please let me glean and gather after the reapers among the sheaves. Thus she came and has remained from the morning until now, and she's been sitting in the house for a little while.
So you have this, who is that woman? I don't recognize her. Okay. And you get the sense that Boaz wants to know who's working in his field. And it's interesting that his servant knows all about her. Oh, it's that Moabite woman. You know that one. All right. So essentially, Ruth asked to be able to pick up only what others left behind and nothing more. And the servant let her do that. And now that Boaz knows this is that Moabite woman, he acts on this. Listen, he reasons through this. This is the daughter of his deceased kinsman, of his deceased relative, because that was Elimelech was the wife of Naomi. She's a foreigner. He's my cousin. She's a foreigner, but she's the daughter-in-law. Boaz is determined to provide her with a safe and profitable workspace, even though she's a foreigner. Let's look at Ruth 2, verses 8 through 11.
Then Boaz said to Ruth, Listen carefully, my daughter. Do not go to glean in another field. Furthermore, do not go on from this one, but stay here with my maids. Let your eyes be on the field which they reap, and go after them. Indeed, I have commanded the servants not to touch you. When you are thirsty, go to the water jars and drink from what the servants draw.
Then she fell on her face, bowing to the ground, and said to him, Why have I found favor in your sight that you should take notice of me, since I'm a foreigner?
Boaz replied to her, All that you have done for your mother in law after the death of your husband has been fully reported to me, and how you left your father and your mother and the land of your birth and came to a people that you did not previously know. I just have to comment on what beautiful characters, Rick and Julie, all of these individuals have. They all act with such honesty and integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that the interaction, and let's focus on Boaz here, because the character of Boaz is rapidly developing into something that we're going to be able to easily identify in just a few minutes here. He has this sense of knowing who she is, recognizing that in spite of losing her own husband, Ruth has been selfless in supporting Naomi. So he takes that selflessness and
Mm-hmm.
he blesses that and says, Follow my servants, drink the water they're drinking. I'm taking care of you. I'm going to make it so you can make it. Boaz sees Ruth as having a genuine humility and righteousness before God. She's putting Naomi before herself, and Boaz is protecting that effort. And it even continues further. Ruth 2, 12 to 13.
May the Lord reward your work, and your wages be full from the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to seek refuge.
Then she said, I have found favor in your sight, my lord, for you have comforted me, and indeed have spoken kindly to your maidservant, though I am not like one of your maidservants.
You notice what he says? He says, You have come here under the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to seek refuge. He recognizes the power of God over the stranger And he is taking that and making sure she's understanding. And Ruth, by the same token, is recognizing her own lowliness and overflows with gratitude for this opportunity that she's given.